The objective of SkillsFuture is to empower individuals and companies to redefine what they can achieve throughout their life. Individuals and companies must take responsibility of their own training, but we cannot take a prescriptive approach. We must change this mindset that training and learning is all in the school. Training and learning starts from the school as foundations and continue throughout life. Even till we retire, we must keep learning and keep contributing.
ChatGPT has this capability called Gen AI, right, which is generative AI using large language models. It's going to dramatically transform how automation is going to permeate into every sector.
Recently, we did this work trend index globally. If you look at Singapore, a couple of data points that's very interesting, right? What's the role of AI? If we look at Singapore results, 67% of employees do get a little bit of fear like, am I going to lose my job? Is AI going to replace me? But interestingly, the same employees, if you look at what's the role of AI in their work, 81% is actually very positive to look at how they could adopt AI to drive productivity. So that's kind of what we see, a new AI employee alliance.
With digital transformation AI, our people are able to free up a lot more time, right? From various tasks, from our procurement automation practices, our financial automation, etc., and then refocus that time into building that lifelong learning culture and a culture of innovation, right? And as we find that our people continuously adapt and reskill and upskill, this culture is further strengthened.
And in the study by LinkedIn, when they looked at all the skills in 2015 and see whether are they still relevant today, they found that globally 25% are no longer relevant. If you look at it in Singapore alone, that's 36%, which means compared to the global average, Singapore's skills decay or depreciation is much faster, right? And if you ask and you wonder why is this so? You look around the world, and I think Minister has alluded to some very good points about disruption, change, some of them macro even. Just on digitalization alone, and if you look at technology, right, the rate of diffusion of that innovation, how it's permeating into the different sector, is getting faster and faster, almost exponential.
Businesses like ours, local businesses, based in Singapore, perhaps with operations abroad, we find it really critical for us to be upskilling and continuously reskilling our people as well, in continuous evolution with the digital transformation landscape. And of course, one of the latest ones would be generative AI coming into the picture. We've found that actually we've started to begin reshoring some of the roles that we used to have abroad. And that's been really critical because we're now able to increase the productivity of our people and our team within Singapore so that we can then cater to more markets simultaneously out of our team here.
The ability to communicate, whether it's written or oral, or communicate robustly is an important skill. Particularly so when we are talking about things like trying to bring the operations of a company, or in my case, operations of an agency, together with the technological possibilities. And so the ability of the engineer to explain very carefully what this can do, and the ability of the operations manager, the person who's leading the front desk or even the HR director, to be very clear in articulating their needs. And then after that, explain to the boss why they need the money to do it. This becomes critical.
I think thinking is an important skill, because AI can do a lot of things faster and increasingly more accurate. So if you think you are very accurate and hard worker, that's not enough. You must be able to take the data that the AI is going to give you and then match it with a few of the different patterns and then say, okay, what does this tell me? So frankly, if you ask me, the ability to think, some call it analytical thinking, but I'm just going to keep it very simple and say, thinking is an important skill. So don't forget how to think when you work.
it'll be wonderful if it's part of every employer's value proposition to the employee. You join me, yes, you get salary, you get benefits, you get all the HR stuff and all that, the usual HR stuff. But you join me and you'll be a better worker. You will learn skills, you will improve your resume X years time. X years time, maybe some bigger firm will get you and so on. But this is your reason for joining me. And just as you add value to my company, I'll add value to you. And that will be a wonderful sort of proposition, a sort of employment proposition if we have a labor market like that.
You have to invest in yourself. It's not about, hey, the top wants you to do 10 courses in mandatory. This is part of your career progression. It's your career development. Like for example, in Microsoft, we do a development plan with our team. Perhaps in the 3 or 5 years, he or she might say, I don't want to be a salesperson, I want to do something else. So these are my development areas. These are the different courses or different skill sets I have to drive it. So put the onus of individual to say, I want to invest in myself because this is critical for my career progression, and then it become a partnership versus so and so asked me to do it, I have to clock 30 hours so that I have check in the box.
I guess the reverse would be if you don't train them and then they stay, right? And what does that mean of course for the organizational culture and performance over time. So we find that it's always valuable for us to be continuously training our people to make sure that we're able to meet increasing customer expectations. With digital transformation, people are expecting more, right? We're saying we're becoming more productive, and so are our customers saying that they need us to be more productive, respond faster, more face time, etc. So this is something that we felt is absolutely critical.